Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Fahmi Yusuf with the last of ID number is 72. Now I want to answer about the final examination of philosophy of science. Okay, we first answer the first question there. The question is, we know several theories of scientific truth, including the correspondence theory, coherence theory, paradigmatic theory, and religious theory. Explain these four theories and give an example for each other. For each one. Okay. So there are four theories of truths. That is, the correspondence theory says a statement is true if it matches reality. For example, water boils at 100 degrees Celsius matches real facts. And the coherence theory says truths must be consistent with other statements in a logical system. Like mathematics is a good example for this theory. And the pragmatic theory says a statement is true if it works in practice. For example, vaccines are considered true because they help prevent disease. And the religious theory says truth comes from God's revelations, such as the teachings in the Holy Scriptures. Let's next continues in next questions. Mention several tools of scientific thinking that you know and explain each of them. Why are these tools important in scientific thinking? Give example. Okay. Scientific thinking use several tools. First, logic, which help us draw correct conclusions. Second, is language, which help us express scientific ideas clearly. Third, mathematics, which allows us to calculate and measure things accurately. And the scientific methods, which guides us through observation, hypothesis, experiment, and conclusions. These tools are important because they make scientific thinking clear, systematic, and reliable. Okay, next to the third questions. Explain the differences between the paradigms of rationalism and empiricism in understanding how knowledge is obtained. Provides example for both paradigms. Okay, let's answer these questions. So this rationalism says knowledge comes mainly from reason and the mind. For example, mathematical truths are known through thinking, not experiments. And empiricism says knowledge comes from experience and the senses. For example, we know fire is hot because we feel observed it. So the difference is rationalism depends on reason, while empiricism depends on experience. Experience. And now go to the fourth question. In the philosophy of science, we recognize three important aspects: ontology, epistemology, and axiology. Explain these three terms and give example. Okay. Ontology studies what exists or what is being studied. For example, biology studies living things. And epistemology studies how we gain knowledge, such as observation and reasoning. And axiology studies the values and purposes of knowledge, such as using medical science to help people. Okay, next to the fifth questions. Okay. Explain the hierarchy of knowledge according to the philosophy of science and provide example for each level. Knowledge can be grouped into several levels. Empirical science like physics and sociology are based on observations. Rational science like logic and mathematics are based on reasoning. Philosophy, which studies deeper questions about reality and knowledge, and religious knowledge, which is based on revelations, such as Islamic theology. So these levels show how different kinds of knowledge are built. Okay, go to the sixth questions. In Islam, we know the concept of the Islamization of knowledge and the integrations of religion and science. What do these two terms mean? What factor led to the emergence of these concepts? How are the Islamization of knowledge and the integration of religion and science carried out? Okay, let's answer these questions. So, Islamization of knowledge means adjusting and developing modern science so it is in line with Islamic values. Integration of religions and science means combining both so they support each other instead of being separated. These ideas appear because modern science often become too secular and disconnected from religions. They are applied by linking scientific finding with Quranic teachings, creating integrated education system, and using science for the benefit of society. So this is the last answer. If I have some mistake, please apologize me. And thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.